Assalamu alaikum viewers. This is Group C and topic for our today's podcast is how does a FTP server work? First, we would see what is a file transfer protocol. Then we would see how could we install and configure an FTP server, and in the end we will check out the exchange of packets by FTP server. FTP is client server based architecture, both of which are connected through network. FTP server is basically used to transfer files to or from a remote host. To do so, there must be a user identification and password to access the remote account on FTP server. When a user accesses an FTP server, FTP opens two parallel TCP connections, namely a data connection and a control connection. The data connection is the main connection to transfer files. On the other hand, through control connection, we can send control information such as user identification, password, commands, etc. over an out-of-band channel. Now we will install an FTP server. To set up an FTP server, we have used FileZilla server, which is a FTP server and can be downloaded easily from internet. After following an easy installation procedure as shown in this video, we can install FileZilla on our PC. It should be installed as service started with Windows, which is a default option. This would allow us to set up our GUI interface. Port number should be left as it is. In the next step, we will prefer a manual server interface and then click install. Once installation is done, we can now configure our FTP server. Here we can see the interface of FileZilla FTP server. In the file menu bar, we will click edit and configure FileZilla settings. A window will pop up with FileZilla server options. From left hand panel, we will select admin interface settings and protect our server's integrity by keeping an admin password. Now we need to add groups. Group settings can again be selected from edit menu right here. Press add and then name your group to your liking. Now we need to add specific directories from our computer that we want to share with our users. This could be done by using a handy option of shared folders in the left hand side panel. Here we have shared our picture folder with our users. We can also add another empty folder where users can upload their data to share on our server. Once we are done with this, we can limit or extend the access rights of each group by unchecking or checking the respective boxes right here.
Now we are going to add users in our group. Press edit and click on users. Press add, name it and add it in the group along with setting password by going in general settings. Similarly, we have also added another user with name user. Dedicate it a folder named user where uploading of files can take place. To make this to make the public use possible, create anonymous user with no password. Dedicate folder to it named public. For anonymous, allow the user to read only. To give folders any desirable name to appear out, right click on directory, edit go to edit aliases and the name by placing / before name. As you can see here. Now go to the SSL TLS settings for ensuring security. A certificate would appear. Fill it in and press generate certificate. Force the implementation of certificate for every user. Check IP address of your machine and put it down on Firefox address like this. Here user hasn't certified, so he is denied to enter. For this, download and install the add-on. Go to the Tools option in Firefox and click Fire FTP add-on. Now we are going to create account. Account manager window will pop out. In account manager window, click main tab, fill out details, among which notable are IP address of machine on which server is running. Then ID and password are given. Choose best security option in connection tab.
These slides show the user certification, which means that a user can only access the server group where we have generated a security certificate only when he or she has authorized the certificate. Here we can see that user has to give IP address of our machine and certify his or her FTP connection with us. This is the view of a generated certificate. Now user connects to the group, and after the connection is established, the user can access the shared folders. This slide here shows a Wireshark packet sniffers window in which FTP connection is being established. The user first sends request as an administrator. The server promptly responds and user asks for administration password. The user sends request again along with his password. Server responds again by logging in the administrator. That's it. That's all about FTP. Thank you very much for being such great viewers. Allah Hafiz.